All right, guys, it's Copper Cutlass, and woo! What I was not expecting to get everything done in one day, but it turned into a 12-hour epic saga. My buddy came by, helped me, and bailed me out. I ran out of argon, CO2 mix, welding gas. He had more, so he brought it by. He also picked me up a spool of wire and tips because I ran out of wire as well. Again, anything that can go wrong will go wrong, but this is why we have amazing friends. We help each other out a lot. So, welding on old steel is kind of not the nicest job in the world, but we did clean up the welds, just minimally. We did get like some good welds in, not too horrible. We are capable of welding, just when you're dealing with, you look at how porous this metal is, it's really hard to get everything out of the little pores. And it's just, it was tough. It was tough. I'm not going to lie. And right now we got the crossmember kind of mocked up. I did drop the mount bracket a ½ inch lower. And the reason for this is, one, it's going to make it easier to adjust our transmission height and what angle it's going to be its happiest at, because right now it's at the height where it needed to be, and the driveline angles actually are not that good at all. So once we get the car, for now, I'm going to start where it was. So I do have to weld a piece of angle iron, about a ½ inch. These are ½ inch spacers. I measured them. I'm going to weld a piece of angle iron with these as my guide. And then from there, I'm going to probably end up making some form of shims to adjust the height on the cross member. And now the other thing too is, when I weld the angle iron, the spacers are not going to dictate the space of where I weld in the angle iron. So I'm going to use a thick flat stock piece as a big shim, so that when I remove the cross member, I can just remove the shim. And then, when you unbolt this should come out a lot easier. Usually they're kind of a pain in the ass. And I did struggle a little bit to get the trans crossmember off. I pretty much had to push the transmission all the way up into the tunnel to get it to come out. So it makes it a little easier. But yeah, everything is welded in. Did I want perfect welds? Sure, but beggars can't be choosers. We are definitely burnt in, and we are, it looks good. We welded our piece of angle iron there. The welds look pretty good, not too bad. Again, we're not exactly professionals at welding, but we will make do. When it's clean steel, it's a lot easier. So I have practice pieces from other crap, but when we go to do the roll cage, that's going to be the true test. So I also have to thank my good buddy JJ for, he placed an order for his roll cage along with mine over at Rhodes Race Cars. And hopefully next week we'll be picking that up. Throughout the week, we're going to finish up the crossmember work and probably run our fuel lines and our brake lines. And we're probably going to put the other set of wheels on this, and we're going to put it on the rollers. I took the rollers off the Bonneville so I can get this out and have a little bit more room to work in here. So this car sat out in the rain yesterday. It's wet still, but we got a lot done. So I hope you guys have enjoyed following. It's only going to get crazier from here. I'm giving myself plenty of time from here. I wasn't expecting to get everything done, but we pushed, and I spent 12 hours and then I worked today. It just adds insult to injury. I am so sore from working underneath that car, but the part of the reality of working at home is that you could ultimately drop whatever you're doing and you're not at the mercy of the facility that you're using. I probably could have done this at work, but then again, I think I would have had a couple of restraints that would have worked against me, and I wouldn't have felt comfortable spending 12 hours at the shop. I don't pay the bills there, so we killed a tank of propane, 2 hours, something like that, welding tank, and we're making it do though. We're getting by, and it's moving along fairly good. There was no machine shop this weekend. We're going to give it a little break possibly, but I'm really happy with the work that we did today. Next weekend, we'll probably be picking up my roll cage if it's done. And if not, then, we still plan on going to the machine shop next weekend, seeing what's going on there. But we push forward and we're getting it done. And we're definitely on the right path to getting things done. And, we're pushing forward and hitting the ground running. At first week of February, beautiful weather, couldn't ask for more. And we took full advantage of it. That way, when we go to do the roll cage, we can kind of take our time, be a little bit more methodical about it. This wasn't exactly the most complex job, but it took a lot of trimming, a lot of grinding, a lot of cleaning. And even then, all of the cleaning that I could do in the world was still, it was it was tough. So when we go, the good thing is that, I know that we have good weld penetration because, we've welded on this frame before. Like for instance back here, and you guys can see the welds are decently okay even through the coatings, and this hasn't broken or buckled or cracked anywhere. So we are definitely and this isn't a high stress area, so that's held up. So I'm confident that once we go to put our base plates for our cage, we're going to be okay. It's going to be a lot easier welding too from the bottom down versus welding upside down into the frame. That was also very tricky and not fun whatsoever. So on that note, I'll let you guys go. Share, like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram as Copper Cutlass, and we'll see you guys around.